Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. I am about to head to work at the salon this morning, and I'm gonna be totally honest, I just don't want to. Like, I'm not feeling it. I got my period this morning, so I am feeling bloated. I have cramps, and it's freezing. I don't know if it still is, but it was snowing this morning when I woke up, so I really didn't want to get out of bed, but here we are. So here's my outfit. I just have this plain bodysuit from Misguided, men's flannel, I think it's from Bass. It's very old. I've had it for a long time. I have plain black joggers and then black sneakers. I'm busting out the long puffer coat today. Got this from Target recently. It's super warm and nice and long, and it has a hood. So I have two clients today. My first one is a color retouch and a haircut. She's one of my regulars. And then my second client of the day is new. She booked her appointment online and she never confirmed it. So I'm not even 100% sure that she's gonna actually show up. And I'm pretty sure she's booked for a color retouch and a mini foil. But again, she's new and booked her own appointment online. So if she does show up, I'm not even 100% sure what we're gonna end up really doing, because I feel like online booking is great because it's convenient, but a lot of the times people just book the wrong thing, so we'll see.
System disarmed. Ready to arm.
Just got to the salon. I am the only one here so far. I don't think anybody else has clients today, so it's gonna be just me. I'm not sure if the receptionist is coming in or not, but my first client, like I said, she is a color retouch and a haircut, and she has like an undercut, so all like underneath along the sides and the back, she has it shaved. So getting my clippers and my trimmers set up. And I literally just have like the same wall kit that I got in my beauty school kit because I really don't ever do clipper cuts. We just don't offer them here. She's the one exception. Let's open up these blinds. Try to get some kind of natural light in here. So we keep this bucket here with our disinfectant, and so in between clients we soak all of our tools in there, and then after they've been soaking for the appropriate amount of time, we rinse them off and then put everything here to dry. And we all do have our own tools. There's a couple things that we share, like these wide tooth combs are just like for the salon, but for the most part we have our own individual things. So even though it's all laid out here, we can tell like what stuff belongs to who. So I'll just go through and pick out what I need. So I'm definitely gonna need a round brush to blow dry her. I'm gonna need some clips and then a cutting comb. So today's client has barely any gray hairs. Like you can see, it's just a couple of strands, but it's enough that it bothers her. So the goal was to cover those up and refresh her color and give her a trim and refresh her undercut. So I used Paul Mitchell Color XG, and I did 4NN with a little bit of the blue additive, and I did mix that with 20 volume. Anytime you're looking to cover up grays, because gray hairs are more stubborn, you need 20 volume to kind of open up that cuticle so that the gray hairs can take that color. Even though she barely has any grays, but I do want to make sure the couple she has are getting fully covered. So I mixed, it was mostly that 4NN with just a little bit of the blue. She likes her hair to be what she calls a soft black, so we want it to be as dark brown as possible, but she also does not like to see any red tones in her hair. So I throw that blue additive in there to just make it as cool toned as possible. So I just went around and touched up her roots with that. And you can kind of see in this clip here how her ends do end up fading to a bit of a red, and she really hates that. So this color has a total processing time of 35 minutes. So I left it on her roots for 20 minutes to start with, and then I mix up her gloss to refresh her ends. So I did Redken Shades EQ 2M with 1B equal parts. I still kept that root color on her because that wasn't done processing yet. I just wet down her ends a little bit, and then I pulled this gloss through and kind of massaged everything in together so it would all blend. And the reason why I decided to use a demi-permanent gloss for her ends rather than just pulling that root color all the way through is because we end up refreshing her ends every single time we do her roots, and I don't want to be pulling permanent color through her ends every single time because it can just kind of dry the hair out a little bit. So I like doing the Redken gloss instead because it just adds really nice shine. And I left that to finish processing for the remaining 15 minutes. And then here I'm just cleaning up her undercut. She decided that she wanted to make her undercut bigger, so you can see some of the long strands of hair that I'm buzzing off here. And then this was the final result. And you can see her color is super shiny, but there's no more of those red tones in it. It's just the perfect soft black. Seven minutes late, not here. So yeah, my client didn't show up. Her appointment was supposed to be for 12:30. When I got there, I had our receptionist call her just to, you know, see if she was coming or not. And she didn't answer and never called back. So I kind of figured she wasn't coming. Oh well. But it's funny because yesterday, if you guys saw the vlog from yesterday, one of the questions that I was answering at the end was about no-shows and people who are late and stuff. At least today, like, my first client did show up. So it's not like I got ready and went to the salon for nothing, you know, at least I was already there. And to be honest, today, because I'm not feeling so great, I was a little bit relieved that she didn't come. If you no-show me, then you're blocked and you can't make an appointment again. Unless there's an emergency or something and you have like a legitimate excuse, of course. But if I give you multiple opportunities, I try to reach out to you and you still just don't show up, don't try to get in contact with us or anything, like, you obviously don't respect my time, so I don't want you as a client. That might sound harsh, but it is what it is. So any of you who are watching that are clients, please keep in mind that when you have an appointment booked for something, that time is reserved for you specifically, and if you don't show up to it, that is now time wasted from that stylist's schedule that they could have been doing other things, could have been taking another appointment instead and making money during that time. I don't get paid a set salary every day. Like, if I don't work, I don't take clients, and I'm not doing hair, I'm not making money. Try to please be respectful, and if something comes up and you do need to cancel, reach out to the salon, reach out to the stylist, at least let them know and try to give them as much advanced notice as possible. Anyway, now I'm quite hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet, and it's cold and wet and gross outside, and I just feel like making some comfort food. So I'm gonna make some pancakes.
Good morning, Vlogmas fam. Happy day 2. Or anything right now, but I'm living for like a creamy nude moment.
I just spent the last several hours sitting in bed with a heating pad. It was so nice. That always helps my cramps so much. I finally got up for a while and was editing everything that you've just watched up until this point, and I was so relieved that I actually have like a decent amount of content from today because like, I'm just so done. The first day of my period is always the worst. So I thought that I would wrap it up by doing a question of the day. So let me pull up the comments from yesterday's vlog. If this is the first Vlogmas video of mine that you're watching, at the end of each one, I pull up questions that you guys leave me on the previous day's video, and I do like a question of the day at the end so that we can make this a little bit more interactive. So if you want me to possibly answer one of your questions in tomorrow's vlog, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I really hope the camera is picking this up as loud as it actually is in real life. And my windows are closed, by the way. That's a car that is stuck at the stoplight outside of my building with music blasting. I really love my apartment and I'm so appreciative to live here, but that is one of my biggest pet peeves about this place. It's annoying, especially when trying to film YouTube videos. So the first question is from Lexi. She said, how much should I be budgeting to invest in continuing education after beauty school? I thought this was a really good question because I know a lot of people who follow me are aspiring stylists, currently in beauty school, etc. Continued education after you graduate is extremely important. I can't stress that enough. I talk about it all the time. Like, that is what is going to set apart an amazing stylist from just an okay stylist. Just because you have that license now and you can legally do hair doesn't mean that that is where your education journey should end. And if you even like look at older stylists who have been doing hair for like 30 plus years, you can tell which ones have kept up with their education and continue to take classes and learn the newest trends and which ones don't, you know? But it doesn't have to be super expensive. And I totally understand, like, just starting out as a stylist, you're just trying to grow your clientele, you're probably not making very much money, and it's like, oh my God, how I can barely afford to pay my bills. How am I supposed to also pay for additional classes? So there are some really affordable options. You guys, most of you know by now that I do have online courses that I offer, and I try to keep the price as reasonable as possible because I know not everybody can pay an arm and a leg for education. So I have courses that range from like $20 to $40. I am planning on putting some more up there within the next few months. I have like a whole list of things that I want to do, so it's just a matter of like actually filming and putting them together, but I do have more coming. You can also check out BTC University behind the chair. They have a great platform where they have individual classes that you can purchase. Most of the classes I want to say are like around $20 to $25. They do have some that are free as well, or you can sign up for their like monthly subscription and you get unlimited access to like over 100 courses, and you can rewatch those videos as many times as you want. And I want to say that's like $25 or $30 a month, maybe. My boss actually has a membership, so when I'm at the salon, I can log in anytime I want and watch as many videos as I want, which is great. I think when looking for a salon to work at, something that should be on your list of priorities is finding a place that pays for your continued education. And then also, free salon education is amazing. He is so good. He has so many different tutorials and they are all 100% free. You can go on his website. I think he has a YouTube channel and also an Instagram. So I will link everything that I mentioned in the description. So yeah, I wouldn't say that there's a certain amount that you should be spending every month or every year on your education. You don't have to be spending a lot of money to get good information. The next question is from Elizabeth. She said, what is your nationality and do you have any siblings? So my dad is Trinidadian. He actually was born and raised in Trinidad and came over to the US when he was like in his 20s. And then my mom is 100% Italian. Her parents actually came over from Italy to America like right before she was born. And Italian is her first language. And yes, I do have siblings. I have an older half sister from my dad's side. She's a lot older than me though. We've never lived together. We do keep in contact. She is a part of my life, but she feels to me more kind of like a cousin really than like a sister, just because of like our age gap. And then I have a younger brother that is 5 years younger than me, and him and I are super close. He used to be in my videos all the time like years ago, but now he's all grown and he works full time, so he's usually very busy, but I'm sure you guys will see him at some point throughout Vlogmas. And I guess let's just do one more question. why not? So the last one is from Amy. She said, what's your favorite and least favorite part of your job and why? I technically have like 2 different jobs, right? Because I work in the salon and then I also do YouTube. And I'd say my favorite thing, it's kind of the same for both of them. Like my favorite parts, I can't say just one thing. Like selfishly, I love the flexibility of it. That's always been my dream, is to just like have the flexibility to make my own work schedule and not have somebody like breathing down my neck telling me when I have to come into work and when I can leave and when I can go on a lunch break. You know what I mean? And I love that I get to be creative and do things that I love. I'm really just bringing all of my passions together as far as like videography and editing and marketing and content creation, and then also hair and beauty. And I love that I can do those things, and then it's also like benefiting other people at the same time. Like I get to help other people and make other people feel good and empower other people. Like that's just so awesome to me. And then my least favorite part, as far as like online stuff, is just, I guess, like the criticism and some of the negativity. I do feel really lucky that you guys are all like so supportive and so loving, and I really don't get much hate at all. But every so often, you know, there'll just be like that random negative comment, or sometimes, especially if I'm vlogging, when I'm sharing like my everyday life. Ooh, hold on. Let me plug you in. My battery is about to die. So yeah, sometimes, especially when I'm vlogging, I like feel this need to want to like over explain myself, or I'll like edit certain things out just because like I don't want people to like misinterpret something that I said, or, you know, because people, especially on the internet, they can get very easily offended and everyone's like so quick to jump at each other's throats. That's a negative part about that. And then as far as working at the salon, the negative is just like when you are dealing with bad clients. Again, I feel very fortunate because I'm getting to a point now where I'm feeling more confident and I'm like learning to stand my ground more, and I've really been able to like weed those people out. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Like I said, feel free to leave more questions in the comments of this video so I can answer some more tomorrow. I hope that you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far, and I will see you in tomorrow's vlog. Bye.